It's good, right? This new relationship. It's easy. They listen. They actually listen, not just wait for their turn to talk. They laugh at your jokes, the weird ones. They remember the small things, like how you take your coffee or that story you told 3 weeks ago. There are no games. There is no drama, no guessing, no walking on eggshells. It is calm. It is kind. It is everything you said you wanted. It is better than you imagined. Or the new job. You got it. The promotion. Your boss praises your work. Publicly. You feel competent. You feel secure. You look at your bank account and it's okay. You feel proud. This is it. This is happiness. This is stability. You should be relaxing into it. You should be building on it. You should be soaking it in. But you are not. There is an itch, a static under your skin, a vibration in your chest, a cold knot in your stomach. You can't sleep well. You feel restless. It's not real. This is too good to be true. They don't really like you. They want something. The boss is just setting you up to fail, and the whisper gets louder. When is the other shoe going to drop? And the waiting is so unbearable. It's worse than any actual pain. That you become the disaster. You become the other shoe just to stop the waiting. You start the fight. Over nothing. Over the way they loaded the dishwasher. Over a text you misread. And you know you misread it. But you do it anyway. You accuse them of not caring, of lying, of being like all the others. You push them. You test them. You say, see, I knew it. You find a flaw, a tiny flaw, and you pick and pull until it unravels, until that kindness in their eyes turns to confusion, and then to hurt, and then to distance. And you point out the distance and you say, aha, I knew it. At the job, you miss a deadline. You procrastinate on the big project. You sit staring at the screen, paralyzed by the fear of failing. So you guarantee the failure. You see the wrong thing in the meeting. You stop speaking up. You prove to yourself and everyone that you weren't ready for it after all. See, I told you it was a fluke. And then it ends. They leave, exhausted, confused, heartbroken. The boss is disappointed, the opportunity is gone, and the feeling that washes over you is devastation. It's shame. But underneath the devastation is something else, something terrible. It is relief. Relief because the waiting is over. The anxiety is gone. The awful vibration has stopped. You are out of the sunshine, that blinding, uncomfortable sunshine, and back in the shadow, back in the pain that you know, that feels like home. You are sad again, but at least you know how to be sad. You didn't know how to be happy. If this is you, if you are the architect of your own heartbreak, if peace feels like panic, I want you to stop and listen. You are not crazy. You are not addicted to misery. You are not beyond repair. Your mind is not trying to destroy you. Your self-sabotage is a terrified act of self-preservation. So why? Why does joy feel so dangerous? The first reason, the worthiness wound. I do not deserve this. Somewhere, long ago, you learned that love or success or peace were not given freely. They were earned.
They were transactional. You learned that you had to be good, or smart, or quiet, or helpful to earn a scrap of approval. And if you messed up, if you were too loud or too much or too needy, it was taken away. Love was conditional. So now, when happiness arrives, just because you are you, it feels wrong. It feels unearned. You feel like an imposter in your own good life. You are waiting for the happiness police to knock on your door and say, "Sorry, we made a mistake. This love, this success, this peace, it was meant for someone else, someone better, someone who deserved it." And that imposter syndrome is so crushing that you have to confess self-destruction. You ruin it to prove that you were right all along, to set the record straight, to show the world the truth that you never deserved it in the first place. The second reason, the safety wound. Happiness is dangerous. This is the deepest one. This is the primal one. This is trauma. Calm was never calm. Peace was never safe.
Peace was the silence before the storm. It was the intake of breath before the yelling. The sound of the key in the lock, the floorboards creaking. It was the anxiety of the walking on eggshells. Those things were predictable. You knew how to survive those. You built a whole personality around managing chaos. You knew who to be in the storm. You were the fixer. But happiness? That was the liar. That was the moment you let your guard down. The one time you relaxed. And that is when you got hurt the worst. So your nervous system learned a lesson. It wrote it in stone. Do not relax. Stay vigilant. And now, as an adult, you have that good thing. And your conscious mind says, this is wonderful. But your primal brain, your body, which remembers everything, is screaming. It's sounding every alarm. Red alert! Red alert! This is not safe. The storm is coming. We are vulnerable. Create a problem. Now! It knows struggle. It knows pain.
It knows how to survive those. So you pick the fight. You ruin the good thing, you run back to misery, and your nervous system finally takes a breath. And it says, whew, okay, the storm happened, we survived. We are safe now. We are back in familiar pain. The third reason, the identity wound. This is not who I am. You have lived your whole life as the survivor, as the struggler, as the one who takes care of everyone, as the sad one, as the fighter. Your pain, your struggle, it became your identity. It's how you built your strength. It is who you are. It's how you relate to the world. It's how people know you. It's what makes you interesting. And now, this happiness, this ease, this person who is calm and secure, it threatens your entire sense of self. Who am I if I'm not struggling? Who am I if I'm not needed in a crisis? If I'm not fighting for something, am I boring? If I'm just happy, what is my purpose? It can also feel like a betrayal, a survivor's guilt. Maybe you grew up in a family that struggled with money, with sadness, with addiction, and your happiness, your success, your peaceful relationship feels like you are abandoning them. Like you're rubbing it in their face. Who am I to be this happy when they are still suffering? It's not fair. So you sabotage to stay loyal, to stay connected to them, to stay you. You return to the pain that feels like identity, like loyalty, like home. So, the guilt of the imposter, the fear of the watchtower, the loyalty of the survivor. You see it now, don't you? You are not running from happiness. You are running from the guilt, from the danger, and from the unknown that happiness represents. So, how do we stop? How do we teach our terrified inner child, our vigilant nervous system, that joy is not a tiger waiting to pounce? You do not run towards happiness. That is too big. That is too scary. You practice tolerating peace. You start with microdoses. You start with 1 minute. It is that good moment. The cup of coffee in the sun before work. The kind text from your partner. The good job from your boss. The moment of pride at work. A laugh that feels real. And the panic rises. The itch. The voice says, run, ruin it. It's a lie. Don't trust it. And this time, you don't. You stay. You breathe. You put your hand on your heart and you name it. This is joy. This is not danger. This is old fear. I am safe. Right now, in this second, I am safe. You just sit with it. You tolerate 1 minute of calm. You tolerate the discomfort of the calm. Then 5 minutes. You let the good feeling exist without punishing yourself for it. You don't push it away. You don't analyze it until it's dead. You just let it be. You are rewiring your nervous system. You are teaching your body slowly, gently, patiently that safety can also feel like joy. That calm can just be calm. It is not the before to anything. It is just now. You are not broken. You are healing. You are not addicted to pain. You are just unpracticed at peace. And you deserve to practice. You deserve to stay. You deserve to let it in. Thank you for being here. Subscribe for more.